So it's a crazy day. I've been up since about 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 3 and then I just couldn't sleep, so I just went ahead and got up at 3:30, made some coffee, and got to work. By about 4, I was chatting with Simon, who's over in the UK, so I don't even know what time it is in the UK when it's 4 a.m. over here, but we were chatting and got into the subject of contracts. Now, for the Closing Curve, when I first came up with the idea in the middle of the night, probably about 4 a.m. in California a few months ago, I immediately jumped on my computer and grabbed the closingcurve.com domain. And then when I spoke to my attorney, she recommended that I grab every single version of closingcurve.com, theclosingcurve.com, .net, .info, .me, like every version that I could get, I already purchased and have it, because she said, down the line, somebody could get one of those domains, and then if I wanted it to create another branch of the website, then people love to try to sell them to you for thousands and thousands of dollars, especially if and when the Closing Curve scales the way we want it to. So there's that. And then there's non-disclosure agreements, which everybody has signed. There's trademarks, which the Closing Curve has its trademark put into place. And I happen to have a real estate client who is an attorney who works for the U.S. Patent Office, so he's helped me on that side of things. And now we're into contracts of figuring out, we have our agreements, we have our handshake agreements, but it's just really important to have agreements on paper, even amongst friends. I trust Simon 100% and Mikey. I trust them. I don't believe that they're going to run off with my idea or screw me. However, when money starts getting big, just when money starts to get involved later on, which the way that we're envisioning this whole thing to go, there's just conflict will arise if everything is not laid out on paper and signed by everybody, so everybody knows where they stand. So I know that in interviewing a lot of the industry leaders in the internet marketing business, in the industry, that it's always just a great idea to have partnerships laid out in contract form, so just so everybody knows where they stand and everybody feels comfortable with their piece and what's going to happen if the partnership dissolves, who gets to walk away with what, and who gets to have rights, voting rights, if there's a board. All of that stuff is really important to get on paper. So we've got the attorneys working on that now as we get the development team putting all of this together. It's pretty exciting, a little bit scary, and very tiring.